Hey guys, what's up? It's Matthew Blakk, and we're back with another Minecraft video. Oh, I'm flying. Look at this. Best moonwalk you've ever seen. Anyway, welcome back to another Minecraft video. In today's episode, we're going to be building a suburban house, to which I haven't going to be working off of maybe just something I found on Google Images. And on the little tutorial world where I did the Family Guy house over there. And I'm going to be working off of Google Images, and we're going to just be building a basic suburban house and maybe seeing what we can do. That's interesting. So, without further ado, let's get straight to it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay out the base for you. Here, if you want to pause it right here, here's all the stats. You can go ahead and build it out. But basically what we have is on the left side we have 25 blocks, on the back we have 30 blocks, over here on this side is just 23 blocks, and the front gets a little tricky, but it's pretty simple. We just have a 3-block gap coming from the left side, and then I've used bone for the garage, just 10 blocks for the garage, another 3 blocks, we go back by 2, 1 block, a door, we got the 4 blocks, and then we have a 4-block window. I've used that as a placeholder, another 4-block window, and that is the entire base of this house. So now we can go ahead and get on to building it. Alright, so what we're going to do now is go ahead and take our in-stone bricks and bring the entire foundation up by 1 block, so this is a total height of 2 blocks. It's going to give us a nice foundation to go ahead and build our house off. So go ahead and do this all the way around, and then we'll move on to the next part here. Okay, so you should have this, and I've left the garage door down and the window down, but we're gonna go ahead and build those up now. So take your window, bring it up by those 2 blocks, but remember where you put it, and put those 4 blocks there as a placeholder. So it's 4 blocks on each side, 4-block window, 4 blocks on each side, and there you go, measure it out. So we use that as your window, and then we're gonna go ahead and build the next part. So what we're gonna do is grab some stone and make our porch, which I believe, I don't know, the door's gonna be here, but I'm gonna make it out of stone actually, and we're just gonna make a porch that comes out across the entire front of the house, right here. Well, not the entire front, but the entire front of this little part, and we're gonna bring it out by a total of 3, and that's actually gonna serve as the front porch for our house. So now on to the next part. Alright, so now what we want to do is go ahead and pick a block to build the rest of the house out of, the main part of the house. So what color do you want your house to be? Light gray concrete? I think I'm going to go with brown. Because I think I like the way the brown looks with the in-stone. It's going to be a very dark toned house. But I might switch it out later at the end to see what it would look like if it was bright as well. But go ahead and pick your color, lay it across all the in-stone, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, once you've got it all laid across, you can pretty much see the contrast of what it's going to look like, and you can decide if that's the color you want to go for. Once you've decided, we're going to go back, and we're going to go ahead and start building the house. So we're going to go up by 1, 2, 3. So for a total height of 4 on the concrete, and we're going to bring that across the top of the garage, and that's just going to be our frame for the garage. Oh, there we are, and we're going to bring the entire house up by this number eventually. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe. And that's my normal clearance height that I do for cars. That way, whatever car or truck you might have, it should theoretically be able to fit in the garage. And we're just bring this all the way around the building here. And then, once you've got that brought all the way around, well, I guess I'll do the window. I'll show you the window here. The window is simply a 4x2, so you can go ahead and delete those placeholders now that you know what you're doing. You can bring that across, and there you have it. We'll go ahead and bring this all the way around. Okay, so once you've got that all the way around, you've got the basis of what's shaping up to be a pretty nice house. So now we're going to move on to the next part, which is going to be the garage. So pull out your bone block, and we're going to go ahead and put the garage door back a block, because it doesn't actually go here. It goes back a block. So go ahead and place it here. You have to place something to put it on so that it can lay on its side, and just bring this up all the way across. So just go ahead and build a little thing here, and that way we can go ahead and build our garage door all the way across and see what that looks like. Alrighty, so once it's done, looks really awesome from the outside. And now we're gonna grab our tripwire hooks, and normally I put it in the middle, but since it's 10 blocks there is no middle, so I'm gonna put it in the middle of what would be the 5, because yeah, there's no middle here. So we're gonna put 2 blocks and then 2 blocks, blah blah blah. So 2 blocks and then a tripwire hook, 2 blocks and then a tripwire hook, and that way there'll be like 2 little tripwire hooks on it, and I believe it's gonna look like a really nice garage, and it does, in my opinion. And now we'll move on to the next part. Alright, so now we're gonna add 1 more block here. So we'll put it here and we'll count these. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I miscounted earlier, but yeah, 7 right here. This should be your 7th block, and it's going across the top of the garage. And we'll just bring this across all the way around the house and bring the whole height of the house up. Alright, we're just finishing up, and then we'll take a look at what we have. I think I want to put a window, like we're gonna bring this window up a block, so it's 3 blocks, so 3 by 4. And I think I want to put a window above the door. So just break out a block, 2 blocks, maybe just 1 block above the door, and see if you like the way that looks. That's what I'm gonna do anyway. Alright, so if we move on to the next part here, we're just gonna bring this up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just bring that all the way across the front of the house here. Okay, so now we got that done. It's not the whole front of the house, just the part right there above the door. Now we're going to figure out where our roof line is going to lay. So it's going to be right on line to where our 2nd story floor is going to be. So just take out a placeholder block. I'm just going to use this block, and I'm going to put it 1 block above the windows that we have. And now we know where our roof line is going to be, so that we can go ahead and plan our 2nd story windows. Okay, so we're just going to come 3 blocks from the side here, and we're going to dig out a 1, 2, 3, 4 block window, and then we're going to do another 3 blocks, so 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to go ahead and just delete all this right here, and just get rid of all this. I know it's confusing, like why did you do that? But trust me, you'll see the reason. I just wanted to kind of building it as I go. It's like a let's build here. So we do that, and you should have the 3 blocks, the 4 block window, and the 3 blocks. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back a little bit, and we're going to bring this entire section back. So just bring all this back. Don't put blocks all over the place like me, not be able to build. Get rid of this. Alright, and then you should have this for the remaining part of that section there. And we're just going to take out a 3 block window right here. Actually, let's just make it a 1 block window. No, I don't know for sure. Well, we're just gonna put that for now. So dig that out, so it's only a 1 block, and yeah, that should work. That should do it. We're just gonna leave that as a 1 block window. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna build another section. So bring that back by 1, and then come out and back by 1. So you just get that 2 block space there, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring this back. I'm not really sure how far yet. We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and maybe come back 5. We'll just do 5 blocks. That should work. And just pull this all the way up, and then we'll get on to the next part of it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is bring this up. So there's a 1 block gap on that side, a 2 block gap on that side, 1 block on the bottom, 2 blocks on top, and we're gonna have a window that pretty much looks like that. And that's gonna be our 2nd story of our home, pretty much. So let's get on to building the rest of it there. You know, now that I think of it, just real quick, I think we're gonna actually move this window up. So we're gonna take the block off the top and put the block on the bottom. And we're gonna bring this one up as well, and we're gonna bring the maybe the other one up as well. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. No, I changed my mind on that. We're gonna bring that back down. Nope, I need to leave that one up. So let's see. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. We're gonna leave that up, and then we're gonna delete these, go ahead and get them out of the way, and then we can go ahead and get this place marker out of the way. And the reason that has to go up is it's gonna be the roof is gonna be there. So that's the reason. The reasoning for that, and we'll see how it all works out. But let's go ahead and lay some slabs down for the roof. So you lay them across the top of where we had the bone block, and then we bring it out by one, and then we're actually going to go down by another one. So you've got this effect here, and then we're going to go ahead and make sure that that's there, which is good because we're going to be building a pillar later on. And we can go ahead and bring this all the way across here, so that, and we're going to have to delete this, that way we can go ahead and build the rest of the roof up. So build this across like this. There we go. And then obviously it's going to overhang, so you can make it overhang, and we'll figure out how that's going to look later. But I think we're achieving the roof that I want. The roof of this build is probably the one thing that makes it stand out above other builds, rather than just being a normal roof. So go ahead and just keep doing what I'm doing here. I think I can leave that window down, so I don't have to worry about it. We could leave it down, and then we'll go ahead and bring these across, bring this across, bring this across, and this is pretty much the shape of what our roof is going to look like. Alright, go ahead and keep building this out. If you have to delete a block, just go ahead and delete it and build it down. We'll bring all these out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how I want to do the peak, and then I will show you guys how I did it, because I'm not really sure how I want to do it. I know I don't want to do a traditional triangle. I don't want to do just slabs either, so I'm kind of going to have to just figure it out. Alright guys, so this is what I've figured out for the roof. So basically, you just have one slab, then the two slabs, then the two slabs, and then it just goes up by one all the way from there until the peak. So again, it's on this side, 1, 2, 2, and then up by one all the way to the peak. And of course I've got slabs underneath it, but basically I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to do 3 here, so there's just 3 in a row, and then I'm just going to do maybe that. It's 3 and 1. Let's see here. 3, 1, 2. Let's do 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, like that. So 3, and then let's see, how have I got it here? 3, and then 2. Do I want it to be 1 and then 2, or do I want it to be 2 and then 1? Okay, so it's 3 in a row and then 2 in a row. 3 in a row and then 2 in a row. That's the bottom that I'm talking about. So 3 on the bottom, 2 on the bottom, and then 1 all the way up. On the top, it's 1 on the top, 2 on the top, 2 on the top, and then 1 all the way up. So you can pause that, and you can build that, and we're going to build that same thing on the other side over here. At least I think we are. Let's go ahead and try that out, see how it measures up. Okay, well, as you can see, that does not measure up. But that's because the one block is 25 blocks long, and this side is 23 blocks long. So I've done something wrong, but that's okay. We will fix it at a later date. So let's go ahead and move on to something else until I can figure out how to fix this here. We'll just go ahead and delete this for now, because clearly I've got it wrong. So we'll just get back to it as we go. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've just gone ahead and deleted that for now. We're going to get back to it later once we've got the dimensions together. We'll be able to figure out what to do with the roof, because like I said, the roof's going to be complicated. So just go ahead and grab your concrete, whatever you're building the wall out of, and bring that back by 13 blocks. So that's 12, 13. And that's going to be the section of the house that is 2 stories. So the second story is very small. Or at least it's going to seem very small compared to the first story. But we're going to go ahead and bring that back and just go ahead and fill that up, and this will be our second story. So go ahead and fill this up all the way around here. Alright, there we go. It's all filled up, and this is what you should have. Now let's go on and move on to the next part. Okay, now we're on to probably the best part about this build. We're just going to go ahead and grab something to use for the roof. I'm going to use stone brick stairs for the framing. And we're going to start building the roof of our second story, which is really what's going to set this house apart from just your everyday house. This is what's going to give it that suburban feel. So go ahead and bring this up in your classical A-frame roof style all the way up, just staggering the stairs like this here. Alright, and once you get to the top, you should have a 2-block center on this rooftop here. So now what we're going to do is grab the type of material that you want to build the actual roof out of. I'm going to use acacia, and just go ahead and fill this up, and we'll go ahead and follow along. Once you have that done, we're going to go ahead and build the next part of the roof here. So just take your trim piece, which is the stone stairs, and go ahead and put it on one block over for the edge, and go ahead and build it up towards the top. Well, once you get up towards the top, you're going to want to delete this block, and go ahead and just start there, start that stair stepping up, and if it works out properly, you should have a 1 block center just like this. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Now we're going to take this little block that's going to show through here. I'm just going to go ahead and replace that with a stone brick. That way it hides everything, makes everything all nice and clean and everything. So go ahead and take this brown concrete and fill in all the spaces in the roof so that you have no gaps. And you'll see what I'm talking about right here. It should look like this when it's done, and you'll have this ledge. Go ahead and just fill that in as well, and you'll get this here, which looks great, looks fantastic. So now I think we can go ahead and make the windows 1 block taller. So go ahead and make this 1 block taller, this 1 block taller. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take the stairs all the way back, and do the rest of the roof. So bring your trim all the way back to the end of our little second story here. Same thing on the other side, but you want to line it up with this. So place that block, find that block, follow it all the way through to where that block would be, and just place it right there. Make sure that lines up, looks good, and go ahead and start stair stepping it all the way up into your A-frame. When you get to the top, you should have a 1 block center just like this, which looks fantastic. Alright, so fill it up with the acacia, and you'll get this here. And grab your acacia slab to go ahead and top that off and to get your complete roof. Voila! Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and build this part of the roof here. Go ahead and turn your stairs and do a better job than I do. And bring them out like this. And then what we're going to do is stair step that up into the peak like we always do. So once it's at the peak, you should have a 1 block center, and then we're just going to fill in the rest. Well, first we need to grab a slab, put it on here, and then we're going to fill in these spaces with our acacia wood. So go ahead and fill it in. Once it's filled in, you just turn the corners to match it into the other roof, and this is the effect that you should have at the end. Now I'm going to fill in the rest of our roof with acacia, just leaving the stone slabs as a trim, and I'll get back to you. Okay guys, so I finally got the other end fixed up, and now I know what to do. It's just pretty much the same thing, just 1, 2, 2, and then 1 all the way up. As you can see, 1 slab, 2 slabs, 2 slabs, and then 1 all the way up, and it comes to that center like that. And now I've filled it all in with acacia, and it's looking fantastic. I think it looks great and awesome, and I'm proud of it. So now we're just going to go ahead and fill this in with brown concrete, and it should look like this. So let's go ahead and put a window in. Find the middle, come 1 block up from the bottom, and then put a 3x3 window. Let's make that 3x5. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. And if you come over to this side, I think I want to do a window over here. Just a 1 block window right there. Look really nice. Alright, next things next, we're going to build our windows on the side. Just find a place where we want to put them. Maybe right here. Now I think this is what I want. 4 blocks from the end, a 4 block window. That's what we're going to do. So come 4 blocks from the end, and then build a 4 block window. And of course it's 2 blocks tall. That's going to be like our standard throughout the rest of the build, I think. Let's come right here and put a trim. So right underneath there, we're just going to bring these slabs all the way across. I think it looks pretty good. That's just going to kind of separate the bottom of the house from the top of the house. We'll go ahead and do that on the other side. Just bring these slabs all the way across the roof there. And we'll do our windows. Once again, same standard. 4 blocks from the end, 4 block window, 2 blocks tall. And that gets that out of the way. Super simple. Same thing on the other side. 4 blocks, 2 blocks tall. Boom! Done. Should we put a window here? Yeah, I think we're going to put a window here. Maybe 1 block. Nah, we're going to make it 3 by 2 blocks. So it looks just like this, which looks awesome. Alright, now we need to figure out what kind of material you want to use for the windows. I'm going to use gray glass, and that's what we're going to build the windows out of. But before we get to that, I have an idea for a porch. We're just going to start laying down dark oak for the porch. I'm going to go about 16 blocks. That's 15. I think it's 16. There we go. So 16 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to bring it 7 blocks out. So 16 by 7 blocks is the porch I'm building. Of course, it's just a porch. It's not super important. You can build your own porch. But if you want to build it exactly like mine, 16 by 7. We're just going to put fence in here. And then in every corner. And then fence gates throughout the middle. That way they don't touch the ground. And you get that almost lattice-like effect underneath the porch. We're going to do the same thing on the top. Just put down a fence gate. Or a fence post. And then surround the rest in fence gates. Once you're done, you need to find a place to put your stairs. I want to put it right here in the middle. So replace those with fence posts. Put your little stairs in. Looks good. I think I'm going to put a block under here though, so it looks more complete. Here we go. You know, stairs look a little wimpy, so I'm going to put some rails on them. Make them look a little better. There we go. Those are some stairs that are safe to walk up. Alright, so what we're going to do for the back of the house is I'm actually going to cut out a giant window. So just come 1 block in and all the way at... No, that looks stupid. Alright, so 1 block in, all the way over, and we'll just come 1 block in from that stair. Not even 1 block in, just the next block from the stair. And we're just going to cut all this out and replace it with glass. Here we go. We're going to make a door. If one of these like glass doors, if you know how to make them, just grab yourself some iron bars. Looks like a handle. Put that in there. Voila! Door. We're going to build another one here. Just like 1 block apart. So you get this 1 block space here. Alright, you got another door and an entire wall of glass. Looks good. Now let's cut in our window over here beside it. Same thing. 4 blocks in and 4 block window. So that's where that window there goes. Alright guys, I filled in the entire house with glass. Looks good. Looks fantastic. Basically, this is what you should have. I hope I'm not going too fast. I'm trying to make the tutorial short and simple for you guys, but yep. I'm gonna bring this window down, actually. Here we go. I like that better. On the side, you know, over here by the porch. Okay. We're gonna finish the front porch here. We're just gonna bring some columns up from, like, right here in front of the door. We just put it on, like, either side of where the door would be. There's a cobblestone wall columns there. And that's gonna be where, like, a little staircase is. And then all the way over here on the end, we're actually going to put in another column. So it looks like this. And then we're going to put fence gates around it, because it'll connect in with the actual cobblestone wall and give us that fenced in look really nice. Alright guys, we need stairs. So cobblestone stairs, that's what I'm going to use. Grab a piece of stone, frame it up, put a fence gates on there. That'll be your rails. Put regular fence posts on the ground so that it'll connect into the ground and look really good. Alright guys, one thing I was thinking is if you want your house to have a chimney, like a fireplace, we're not going to do like a traditional brick chimney. We're going to do one of these more modern chimneys. There's a cobblestone block, a cobblestone wall, and like an iron pressure plate, or a trapdoor I mean. It's a wooden trapdoor on this texture plaque, but if you're using a different one, you might want to use an iron one. Same thing over here, except instead of a chimney, we're going to be making a satellite dish for, like, you know, TV, something like that. Okay guys, our garage needs light, so we're going to put some in rods as lights on the garage, throw some levers on them so it looks like a light. You know what, these are too tall. Let's make them a little bit shorter. There we go, that looks good. We'll just delete this one as well. Fiddly, put blocks in all the wrong places. Okay, anyway, we got shorter lights now, looks good. We're going to go ahead and put one by the door too, like right here. Now we'll put it up beside the window right here. We're gonna build the same type of light, and looks good. And we can do a little doorbell as well, so when you order pizza they have something to ring. Okay, let's put the door in. Not that way, let's put it in from the inside. I'm gonna use the oak door because I like the glass. Looks good. Alright guys, this is what the house should look like so far. I like the way it's turning out. I think it's really beautiful. So hopefully you guys are happy with it. I just love how the browns all like echo off of each other. It's really cool. Okay, so I've done details around the house. I think it's looking good. I have built this grass and this driveway and everything. There's lights, so at nighttime you can see where you're gonna park your car, and those are on daylight sensors, so you can see them turn on and off. And the way that I did that was simply put a daylight sensor on top of a redstone lamp, set it to nighttime, and you're good to go. I've also built the pathway coming out with the coarse dirt, driveway, all that stuff, and it looks fantastic. Now we need a little tree here by the door so we can look good, and maybe a bench. Let's see, what else can we do? Like another tree over here, little potted tree. Now the porch looks really good, starting to look fancy. Alright, back here we need to do a hot tub, so let's go ahead and build one. Just a little 4x4 hot tub, super simple. Just dig it out. I think I'm going to use prismarine blocks. Looks better than the white concrete does. I'm just going to encompass the bottom of the hot tub in dark oak to match whatever you built the porch out of. Match it. That way when you're looking under the porch you don't see any funky stuff happening. I'm going to put prismarine on the bottom. And that's just so when you look through the beacon you see prismarine on the bottom of it right there. Place that and you have a pool light. Whoop! Some water. Now we have a hot tub. Yeah. Okay, you know what we need? Benches. So we're just going to place some benches. Place a light here for our benches so that when we're outside on our porch we can see everything and it'll look awesome. There we go. Back porch come together. Alright guys, what I've done is I've gone back and I've changed the color of the house to gray, and I think it looks really good. Some of you might have not liked how dark it was. I've also put black concrete on the side to simulate shutters. But anyway, I hope you guys loved this video, loved this build. I'm going to do an interior on it. Let me know what you would think of me doing an interior in the comments. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.